so now we're going to talk about EA and what they brought to E3. So they started off with the one and only Dead Space 3, which is pretty sweet. It takes right after Dead Space 2, where Isaac finds the source of power, I guess. I don't know what the hell. It's in the trailer. I'm pretty sure it's the source of power from the second one. And so they emphasized this one on co-op. So it should be interesting to see. I hope they have kind of like Halo, where you can either do single player co-op or single player story mode or co-op story mode, and they follow the same line, but you can just do them separately, so you don't have to have the same person. Or they're just two completely different ones, co-ops, or maybe you'll have one as an AI with you. I don't know. I'm just trying to throw things out there to see. So yeah, I guess everybody's pushing co-op because of online play, or I don't know. But it should be pretty cool to see. I really like playing Dead Space. Yeah, played first and second one. It still scares the shit out of me every time I play the game. Just creepy people. And then next, EA talked about its football, EA Sports, and they talked about the new engine they're running to make it more realistic. So like the skaters' hockey movements are more realistic. The routes the receivers run in Madden and into football are more realistic and more natural. And how the soccer players do their tricks with the soccer ball, like kicks and tricks to juke out the defenders, is totally new, revamped, and they're trying. That was the big push that EA Sports was trying to bring out of it. So it should be pretty interesting. They also had their EA Sports talk about the EA Sports Football Club, which is pretty interesting. It goes with FIFA 13, and they have this kind of setup where you online. Also, I think on the FIFA network, it's on live, where you can buy new kits for your teams. Like it had like the 1886 or 84 Manchester City jerseys, which is pretty cool. And they also your soccer level from FIFA 12, FIFA Street, and Euro Cup get brought into the next FIFA 13. So that's pretty interesting, I thought. Kind of cool to allow people to just kind of continue their triumph of how good and dominant they are, so they don't have to really start from ground zero again, because I don't know, I feel like that's kind of lame, just playing from past games and stuff like that. And then the new thing is that now THQ wanted to drop or go back to smaller projects, so now EA Sports and UFC are teaming up together now to make, I suppose, UFC Undisputed 4, or I don't know what the title is going to be, but just having them working together is going to be way better, because I feel like their engines are way better than THQ's. And it'll be pretty interesting what EA Sports can bring, because now they'll have 170 million people, probably billions of people, not 170 million, probably like billions of people now will be able to play UFC nationwide, because they speak in 30-something different languages and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's a really big boost, I think, for the UFC nation and just the more rapid growth for them. EA also showed Medal of Honor Warfare, which is pretty interesting. It's more of more realistic war game compared to Call of Duty and Battlefield. Sorry, my nose is itchy. It's kind of interesting. It looks very realistic and kind of what would really happen in real life, I guess. And then the online aspect is really interesting because you can choose from, I think, about 10 different nations, or not 10 different nations, 10 different special ops groups. From like the U.S. had the SEALs, Russia had the Spetsnaz and like 2 other ones, and the England had the SAS, and then Germany had one, and then who are the other ones? Oh yeah, Australia had one. So yeah, that's pretty interesting, and I think you can just you're just trying to show who's the best, maybe the best country, or best spec ops groups, or maybe they just work all together into one. I'm not sure. They didn't really talk into them much, so be pretty interesting to see it. Lastly, I'm going to talk about is, God dang, my nose is itches. Need for Speed Most Wanted, which is probably my favorite Need for Speed game of all time. I really had fun playing it on my Xbox and driving around, trying to take out Cross and without avoiding police and choppers as much as I can. I don't know. It was really a blast. So that game is by Crichton, I think it was called Crichton, something like that. It's pretty interesting because there's different leaderboards for it. So you have like your friend's leaderboard to see who the most wanted person is. So you kind of rack up cash for like most. They have like different most police crashes, highest jump, longest jump. I don't think highest jump, but longest jump, fastest speed, most takeouts, most cops avoided, stuff like that. And they also on the demo they had was just a typical race, but if you wreck people, it has that slow-mo effect of Burnout. If you ever played Burnout, so if you crash a person, it kind of shows you what you did, like the impact they had or something like that. And I thought it was pretty interesting to see. And then once your race goes over, you can kind of loop back around and still take out other people in the race somehow, which I thought was pretty interesting to do. And then the cops are back. I don't know if Cross is back, but the chases looks more crazier than ever. It looks harder to avoid cops now. And the last part was the car flying over this dirt mound over the freeway. And that's kind of how it ended. And so it looks just really awesome. I really can't wait to see it in action. And can't wait to get out. Anyways, I'll put all the trailers and info about it in the description of Bound. And I'll see you on my last video. I promise to God this is my next video about Ubisoft. It's my last video for the day. And then I'll just do one tomorrow. Probably about Nintendo, that's about it. Anyways, I'll see you for my last video. Haha, see ya.